In the shadowed hush of Sinai's peaks, where cloud and fire crowned the mount of God, a murmur stirred among the tribes of men, not songs of praise, but questions sharp as blades. Who among us speaks for God Most High? They cried, and doubt walked freely through the tents of Israel. For Korah's fall had darkened every heart, and still the people trembled in unrest. The earth had closed its mouth on rebels' pride, yet still the seed of challenge lived within. So spoke the Lord to Moses, servant true. Let every tribe lay down its chosen rod. Write each man's name upon the staff he bears, and place them where my presence dwells in light. The one I choose, his rod shall speak for him. 12 silent staffs were gathered in the dusk, dry branches cut from lifeless desert wood, dead things that once had known the breath of rain. Among them lay a simple shepherd's staff, inscribed with Aaron's name in trembling hand. No gold adorned it, no great shape made bold. It bore no beauty save obedience. That night they rested near the sacred ark, where mercy's seat and holy shadow meet, where cherubim in sculpted silence gaze upon the dwelling of the living God. No human eye beheld what passed within. No footfall stirred the holy place till dawn. Then came the morning, and with it, wonder. Moses returned with slow and steady steps, the elders close behind, the tribes held still. One by one the rods were lifted high, dry as before, still wood, still dust, still death. But when the staff of Aaron met the light, a breath swept through the watching multitude. For there, where lifeless grain once split the bark, now blossomed white the delicate almond flower. Bud and bloom and fruit upon one rod, promise and proof entwined in living sign. Not in a season came this sudden spring, but in the space between the dark and dawn. The God who shaped the stars had spoken once, and death itself had answered back with life. No thunder fell, no fire split the sky. Yet greater still, the silent truth stood clear. The Lord himself had chosen with his hand the holy line through which his priest would stand, not by the will of men nor strength of blood, but by the word that summons life from dust. Fear washed the crowd like rising sacred flood. We surely die, the trembling people cried, for they had leaned too long on mortal claims. But Moses raised the blooming staff on high, not as a threat, but mercy held in wood, and God commanded it be kept preserved before the ark, a sign for restless hearts, that those who strive against his chosen will strive not with man, but with the Lord of hosts. And so it rested there through marching years, through desert wind and manna in the sand, through priestly blood and smoke of sacrifice. A living witness, carved from deadened grain, a promise sealed in petal, nut, and bud, that God alone brings life where none should grow, and calls his servants not by voice of crowds, but by the quiet power of his will.